Welcome to East Coast Elk Reviews. Today, we're doing another episode, Rate That Beer. This is episode 16. I'd like to thank the panel for hopping on here with me to do a beer review. Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. Cheers. John Anelli. Cheers. And Bumpy.
Hello.
Awesome. Got a little collab going on. All right.
Wonder Twin Powers activate.
Cool. I didn't expect you guys to still be hanging out. I thought maybe that
Bumpy would have kicked me out by now.
yeah, probably.
Yeah. Not
All
the
right,
case.
we'll get started. We'll start with Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous can present what he's got. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, guys. Sorry, it's clicking away in the private chat. So yeah, I actually got something local. I actually picked this up when I was hanging out with another YouTuber. Yeah, you like that, huh? That's a good one.
Yeah.
I got this when I was hanging out with Dave's TV, actually. We were up at a Sailfish Brewing Company, and of course, if I go somewhere, I'm going to buy their spendy stuff. That kind of like draws the line in the sand for me. But yeah, so this is, like I said, Sailfish Brewing Company. This is a vintage 2019. This is called Drinking Thing. This is a barrel-aged barley wine, wax dipped. I did a little pre-work there, so I don't have to be fumbling around. Doesn't say when in 2019 this was brewed, but it is 10.6% ABV, and there's absolutely no information about it. None. Get your Surgeon General's warning, ABV fluid ounces. So yeah, let's get into it. I feel like this
Like a proclamation can.
They even stamp them. It's got the Sailfish top. All right, it didn't crumble away and make a mess. That's nice.
Where are they out of?
Fort Pierce, Florida.
Oh, okay.
About 30 minutes. 30 minutes away. 45 minutes. Depends on how fast you drive.
Did you get that at a brewery? Or you buy that at the store or the brewery?
I bought this at the brewery.
Oh, badass.
wow.
There you go.
Yeah, when I met Dave's TV for lunch at the brewery. I didn't shoot any video. He was there with his wife and his kid. It was just like they were meeting for his son's birthday type of deal. So I keep it casual, you know what I mean? All right, so yeah, looks pretty dark on camera. That looks like black opaque, but it is dark brown. Definitely can get some color through it. I don't have my phone on me. There you go. You can see through it.
Almost like purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a deep,
purple.
like it's like
Purple,
coppery at the bottom,
okay.
but like a rich
Purple,
dark mahogany all the way through. Definitely off-colored head, off-tan head, about 2 fingers. Looks pretty frothy, hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what to expect at all. I've never tried anything barrel-aged from this company and vintage barley wine. It smells on the English side. How about that? That's enough information for now.
Looks good.
Yeah,
Cheers, man.
smelled all right. We'll get into that in a minute.
All right.
Right.
Next up,
Cheers.
we got John and Bumpy.
Do you think that when we pour this beer, it's going to have an off-tanner head?
It might.
It might have an off-tanner
It might have
head.
an off-tanner head.
I'm so glad that FLX Beer Reviews is here for this because what we are going to split
I believe that's
is
it.
from Equilibrium, and this is the Super Fractal Julia set. It's a triple IPA at 10.5% ABV. There's the lovely can art. Get all trippy.
Don't be shy.
Wait, I want to practice my mic. My Michael from FLX.
You're good. Terrible. Take you nowhere.
We're gonna crack this open. This is quick math. There's the can on date.
4/21/22. It's a month. It's
Exactly
1 month old. It's a 1 month old to the date.
That's from Middleton.
Mhm.
Middleton, New York. Yeah.
It was canned on 4/21. It's 5/21 today, so 1 month.
We do a lot of fractal, huh? Lots of fractals.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. Super fractal, double fractal, triple fractal.
Superfractal expialidocious.
Yeah, so very non-tanner head. It is white, frothy, frothy,
Fractally.
frothy, and fluffy.
Mm.
It's frothy.
Frothy. Oh, it's frothy, baby.
The color of the brew is
I would say that it's
Go
it's
it's
kind of
murky.
darker or
It's
darker
a-
gold
It's an orange mercalicious type of flavor
and hazy.
going on. Slight brown and orange and yellow, but mostly mercalicious.
Cheerios.
Cheerio.
All right. Cheers, guys. Well, that was interesting. All right. Awesome, guys. That beer looks good. I still haven't tried anything from them yet. So this is, I have the new collab with Collective Arts and Ronan Linham, which I have no idea. They're out of Washington, D.C. So this Collective Arts Creativity, this is their IPA, number 21. Ale, guava, mango, vanilla, and lactose.
Mhm.
The hops they use, Azaka, Eldorado, Yukonot Cryo, 5.9% alcohol by volume. It says brewed by Collective Arts Brewing Limited, Hamilton, Ontario. Imported by Collective Arts, Stowe, Vermont. Product of Canada. If you want to check them out, you go to collectiveartsbrewing.com. Which I was trying to look up the beer on the website, but I couldn't find it. I'm sure if I specifically typed in the beer on Google, it might pop up. April 18, 2022, so it's about a month old. Month and a couple days. Let's pour this up. We got my Spiegel. Cheers, Sam. Good to see you, bro. And we got Josh. Last beer. Cheers, Josh. All right. So I have had this before. I have had one. I still have 3 cans. I did buy a 4-pack for 16 and change, like $16.50. You guys waiting for a tanner pour? What does that mean? I don't pour it aggressive enough? Is that what you're getting at?
I mean, nobody. You said it.
You guys said that. I didn't say nothing.
Well, you just did.
Pour your guava juice.
Yeah, it actually.
Easy now.
That's an Alex head.
Oh, don't
Easy
worry.
now.
Look at it. Get a hurry up and get a good look at it, boys, because it's going
Yeah,
away.
it dissipates very quickly. Super hazy or mercalicious, as John calls it. So look, it's creating like a very soapy head that's dissipating very fast. It's actually kind of got like the it's not sticking around, but it kind of had for a second there. It kind of had like the brains kind of look to it.
Mm-hmm.
Completely went away. Kind of looks like a fruited sour in my opinion. It's very orange, hazy orange, deep orange. Yeah, looks like pineapple juice. So it's actually very cold. You guys see the nice little chilled haze there. But yeah, it has a nice thickness as well. You can tell that it had a decent viscosity on the pour. That's why I said it kind of reminds me of what a heavily fruited sour would look like. But all right, we'll go back around and Mr. Lance can start doing his review on the beer that he's brought today. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so not a lot of information on this. I did a little scouring. They don't even really say anything on their website. But this is, well, let me see. What did they say? Beer Advocate called it in English. Untapped called it American. By the smell of it, it smells like a English barley wine to me. It's a little bit more on the sweet malty side. Definitely got some lysine hanging in there, which is nice. On the aromas, man, dark fruit. It's almost like raisin, brown bread. Oh man, I don't know if this is. I wouldn't say this is bourbon barrel aged. Just says barrel aged, and it's got like a sweetness to it, almost like a wine-like quality, kind of like a short, like a. Oh boy. like a tawny, like a port barrel or a sherry barrel. There's a sweetness to it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It smells really good. 10.6, no alcohol present. Lovely. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. Sounds good. Hope it tastes good.
That was weird. The beer was so light and smooth. There is a nice hoppiness on the back. Yeah, dude. He's there. Cheers, Sam. It's a light-bodied, loose mouthfeel to it. Watery, I don't think is the right word. Just like loose. Definitely get some sweet notes. There's a bitterness on the back end. You're definitely getting some hop bitterness. It's not really bad. It's actually quite pleasant. Rounds out the sweetness, the slight bitter dry. I do almost get, there's like a tart. It doesn't really come through raisin on the flavor. It's more like a,
It's gonna be really.
I don't know, cherry or something flavor. This is different. I'm definitely getting some tannins from something. It's got that feel to it, but overall not bad. I definitely want to let this gonna warm up a little bit and definitely probably change a bit by the time I come back around. But this is not bad. Just the mouthfeel is off a little bit. I definitely think it's like right in the style guidelines for the barley wine. It's light bodied, and like I said, it's loose, just the mouthfeel. I mean, drinkability is very good. It's not boozy. Not bad. I have some more thoughts here soon, but not too shabby. I'm actually impressed. This isn't too bad. I might have paid a little too much, but yeah. You never know. I might swing back by and get another one. Hold on one. Get another one. Yeah. Cheers,
Yeah, that would
guys.
be a good idea. Cheers, bro.
I can get some more of these. Or shit. Maybe I could send one out. A couple of them.
The bottle looked cool. I like the what was it, gold wax?
Simple, nice and plain.
Yeah.
It's got like that cigar bar kind of. It's almost,
Yeah.
you know, it almost looks like the Cigar City type of shit.
I know.
Not bad. They're not a really big brewery. They do a lot of distro around here, but they're like majority like grocery store beers. They make some nice I think I had a triple IPA there. They had some good. They make some good stouts. I think I had 2 flights there. Yeah, so I could try 8 of their products.
Was the stout? Did the stout have a decent body to it?
They had one that was 6% I had, and it was like an Oreo stout, and that was pretty good for what it was. I thought the flavor was good. I was having some to eat too. I wasn't like really breaking it down, like tasting. And it wasn't bad. And then I think I did have a higher ABV one. I can't remember what that was. But not too bad. Just stay away from their really, really commercial stuff, and you could probably get some good beer from it. Just being honest, this like, you go to the grocery store, they don't sell this. You have to go get it from them. They have like their wit beers and their just like the light Florida beer, Hefeweizens, easy hot day lawnmower beers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it.
Cheers, man. I don't know what is that. Is he asking you that question?
I think he's asking FLX.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought he was asking me. I've never even heard of that. Cheers, Miscellaneous. Awesome, bro.
Cheers, man.
All right. We'll go to Bumpy and John.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So the hops in this beer are Mosaic, Eldorado, and Strata.
The aroma is very juicy. It's got a nice
I get guava.
Guava mostly,
Yeah.
and maybe a little
Orange
like
creamsicle.
citrus. Orange, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Mm.
Definitely, yeah, orange and guava notes, and the appearance,
I'd
as
say
you've
a
already seen.
slight peach. I'd say too.
I don't so much get peach, but I could see why, like, yeah,
Peach to mango.
Green guava.
stone fruit type of thing comes into
Yeah.
play. Smells amazing. And what is it? 10 and a
A
half.
little bit of a malty.
Definitely
sweetness.
not a 10.5% presentation
Yeah.
with the aroma. It smells good. I'm
Yeah,
I'm dying here.
I'd say a little bit of sweet bread malt presence.
Didn't you do a triple IPA review with Brandon that was like 10.5, and you said the same thing? It didn't really have that alcohol aroma at all, or something. John,
Probably, yeah. Gosh, yeah. I'm sure I've had a lot of triple IPAs since I moved up here that are really smooth and easy going, and this is one of them. But yeah. I mean, for 10.5%, this one in particular is very smooth. But yeah, I'm sure I've had some stuff on other reviews or whatever. But yeah, I mean, a triple IPA that's made the right way with the juicy hop profile and the malty, backbone with the smooth finish, whether it's this one doesn't have lactose or anything like that. Almost a creamy mouthfeel and finish. And yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's very fruit forward. A lot of fruit notes. Guava, it's a lot of like kind of candied fruit, creamy type. Basically, almost like yogurt, but without the.
What's not like yogurt, because I hate yogurt.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't have the lactobacillus like souring portion of it, but it's
good. It's nice. Smooth, creamy, dreamy, delicious type of thing.
creamy, dreamy.
The orange creamsicle comes through in the flavor as well for me.
The guava is pretty impressive with the guava notes. Yeah, there's the 10.5%. There's no alcohol whatsoever on this. Anytime you get to this high of an ABV range and you're dealing with IPAs, sours, pretty much any beer other than like a stout, you have to be brewing a good beer because the alcohol is going to come through otherwise.
Yeah, there is a slight to me the finish. It's kind of like a below moderate bitterness, but it does have this kind of little bit of a burn that's kind of like herbal-esque. There's like an herbally finish to it.
And the burn though could be coming from the 10.5%.
It could be.
So it could be a combination of the hops with the alcohol. Either way, though, the alcohol itself is masked really well, and it's a easy drinking, nice beer. There's a lot of flavor, going on with the fruit and the malt and the mouthfeel with the creaminess. It is creamy. I think they did a good job with this. So we'll keep stepping on it. But yeah, this is Equilibrium has been pretty impressive. I think not only, I've enjoyed Equilibrium. I know Bumpy has kind of introduced me to a lot of the Equilibrium stuff, but yeah, good stuff.
Oh, so that was one of the beers Bumpy grabbed?
This came out of his fridge. This is not something I have had a few Equilibrium beers, but not anything I purchased on my own. It's all been from him. But I can get Equilibrium here. I just haven't, for whatever reason, I feel like Equilibrium is more.
He's like, Bumpy will buy it for me.
Bumpy will get it for me. No, Equilibrium is not something. It's not as popular in Massachusetts. It's more popular up here. The area that I live in anyway, because I've gone to the craft beer cellar. I've gone to Colonial Spirits. I've gone to a couple places. They do have some stuff, but it's very limited. The stuff that he's getting, like this, they're not selling this at my craft beer store. Not that I've seen.
Do you have a Yankee Spirits near you?
No. We have craft beer cellar. We have Colonial Spirits. We have, if it's a chain, the only thing that's like, more than one type of thing around here would be like Total Wine and More. Everything else is like independently owned and operated. It's weird. I don't know how else it's different.
Are you connected with your craft beer seller on Instagram?
I don't know. No, I'm not.
You should.
Maybe I should. I don't really use.
Oh, I want to check out your store because you've seen the one that we got down here.
Yeah, I don't know.
See what
Yeah,
you
that's right. I don't know if it's the same company.
It's the same, John.
I don't know.
They're all
Maybe-
over the
all right.
United States.
I mean, craft beer seller is a
Right.
very generic name, though. I feel like there could be multiple states that have that going on that's not affiliated with one
Sure.
another. But I don't know. Maybe not. I digress.
You guys good?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
For
Yeah,
you, Malty.
For now.
Goodness.
I haven't tried them yet, but I get some of their products. So, and it's not from the what is it, 12% project or something? They're actually made by.
Yeah, I'd say if it says no, if it says what the fuck,
The
Middleton, New
Middleton.
York. I guess they have like a few different sites, but all the ones I've gotten from Middleton have been outstanding. So
Yeah, I think they were like
Good.
$18, $20, $18, $21 or something for 4-packs.
depends.
Not bad.
This one cost me $25, so 4-pack.
Oh, you do know the price.
Well, because the price went up, so
Oh, I think
that's
I remember.
what I noticed was like, oh,
Yeah. That sucks. Did you say that they had a problem with the price before?
One of the things was their prices were too high. A lot of people complained about it. They were talking about getting the prices lower through distribution. They did. They got their prices down, but then now inflation is hitting, and I think everybody's prices are going up. So
Yeah, everything.
this is not. I mean, this is much better than a beer that I purchased. I had John try one earlier. It was from
Sam House.
Burlington Beer Company.
Oh, the
Yeah, it was
the
a barrel aged
wine.
barley wine, $29.99 a 4-pack,
Yeah.
and it was not worth $29.99 a 4-pack.
Did you buy it?
This is at least
See, that's
This is
when I
enjoyable.
start. I get away from it, like spending that kind of money. Like I'd rather buy a
I think-
$30. I'd rather buy a $30 bomber than buy a $30 4-pack. Because you're taking less
It
risk, I
depends
think,
on-
at the end of the
yeah,
day.
I
Because
mean-
most people bottle their
Yeah.
high end stuff.
I agree.
Right.
But yeah, now we're done. Go ahead.
No worries. You know, it's
Go ahead, Tanner. On with your show.
definitely not your traditional beer review show. I like to ask questions, you know, especially, you know, we got a smaller panel, so it's not
Stop
bad.
questioning me. I don't feel comfortable.
All right, I'm sorry. Okay, so this, not pineapple juice. It looks more like mango juice. It smells like. I was just saying in the private chat to Miscellaneous, this is like guava bomb. It's like, but it does have that vanilla, so it's kind of like
You farting? not
not an orange creamsicle, but maybe like a guava creamsicle if that's an actual thing. I don't know if it is or not, but it kind of got that. It is a little bit of vanilla, but it just kind of blends with the fruits. Mango is noticeable as well. It's very sweet. This is like super sweet juice. There's almost no hop resin floral aspect to it. It literally just smells like juice. If I handed this to somebody, they would probably think this was juice. 5.9%, a little bit lower ABV, but definitely not noticeable on the nose. But yeah, gonna dive into this. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Mm.
Cheers.
That was different. I don't know if like just saying that's a plain old IPA is the best way to label that beer.
Yeah, true. It's got a lot of tartness. There's a decent there's a little bit of a floral grassy hop on the finish. Definitely a lot more noticeable than the aroma. So the hops do come out a little bit up front. Super tropical juice bomb though. Of course, the mango and the guava. But there's also orange, like a nice citrusy note that adds to it. Super sweet. The vanilla like I said, I think the vanilla on the aroma and the palate kind of blends with the fruits, and it just kind of gives it that creamy consistency, adds sweetness. It's not necessarily like vanilla flavor, in my opinion. But yeah, super sweet. If I was Cyclops scale, this would be like 2 out of 5 hop cones and like 3.5 going towards 4 out of 5 sugar cubes. Super sweet. It's a good beer. I do like it. It's definitely not your, like Miscellaneous said, it's a little
It's different.
deceiving, I guess you could say. It's not disappointing. I wasn't really disappointed in it. I like it. It's kind of got like the fruited sour like feel and taste, but it's, to call it an IPA and to the way they labeled it, it's a little confusing when you drink it, and when you pour it, you're like, wait, what the heck is this? But it's good though. I like it. I'm gonna give it a decent score. And yeah, we'll go back around and we could throw out our last thought.
I do got a thought. I have a thought on where I think their direction with that was. Like, I
Yeah,
feel
go
like
for it.
that's like it's like a dry hop sour, and they didn't like the way it came out, so they're like, oh, drop some lactose or something, you know,
They
or
could've-
some kind of. It's almost like a milkshake dry hop sour type of thing. It's all over the place
flashed on me.
with the
Yeah, it
like
is.
vanilla and the I don't know.
Look at the consistency of it
It's
too. Like, look
different.
at
It's just in the fizzly head. It almost poured like a seltzer. It
Oh,
looks
what, like,
great. It's real dense at first, and it's just
like a fruited seltzer, like a heavily fruited seltzer or something, kind of. And look at,
yeah, it's real bubbly and so
yeah,
good.
it's very bubbly. We have. Well, let me go over. Josh is making ramen.
Bongos.
Bongos. We've got Good Beer Week in Melbourne this week. Hype beers from all around the world on tap in various venues around the city. Me in a few hours. There you go, man.
Oh yeah,
And cheers to you, beer man. Good to see you in the chat.
beer
all right.
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a decent rating for this, but like you said, it is kind of all over the place. I'm not really maybe I'd probably buy it again. I'd buy singles. I wouldn't go out and buy like, oh, I need a whole 4-pack
About
of that.
a 4-pack. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd want a 4-pack too. But I'm saying like in the future, I'd buy a single again every once in a while,
I felt like when I had the guava, like the guava was real up front, and it's like I've had like ripe guava, and it's like it's so sweet, and I feel like that, like the ones that I was drinking on, it felt like it tasted like the fruit was more green, like unripe, like it could have went longer, which is like you kind of get like a guava. It can be a little bit bitter,
guava. Yeah.
and then like it goes on to the juiciness, and you get the hops at the end. I don't know. That beer's different. You have to try it to. I
Yeah.
guess.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not gonna blow you out of your socks.
So honestly, if they're doing IPA, guava, mango, vanilla, lactose, they're trying to do like a milkshake IPA, but it's not really like a milkshake IPA. It's more like you said, like sour IPA with, not sour IPA, a fruited sour with lactose. Yeah.
They make sour IPAs. They're fucking great, dude.
Yeah, well,
between.
the one that I had with
Collective Arts and not Collective Arts. I did one with 6 Point and Victory, dude. Their Cosmic Handshake was out of this world.
Yeah, the Phantom Fist
That's
that I
the
brought.
stuff Michael Kormroff gets. Like you have to be like up in Brooklyn to get that stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh. As long as you don't leave with that again, John. You gotta leave it there this time.
What?
You gotta leave that there this time. You can't take it to go.
Oh,
Shut up.
Yeah, take it to go. Yeah, that Phantom Fist, the one that I brought in. I think John had some. We might have drank it after John had to leave. But yeah, that was a sour IPA with the juniper berries and all the other different fruits. But it was good. It definitely didn't taste like this, but I don't know what's going on over there today.
I don't know what's going on.
All right, let's go back to you, bro. Final thoughts. Ratings.
So final thoughts on this. It did mellow out. The hoppiness has kind of died down. I'm getting more like caramel toffee flavors now. The barrel presence is there. The tannin, like that, whatever they put this in, and I guarantee it's not bourbon barrels. It's not bourbon barrels, and it's not whiskey barrels. It's got to be like I said, like port cask or sherry cask. It's just different. Not too bad though. Pretty good beer. I got more in the glass. We'll top it off one more again.
Mm-hmm.
Get some
There's a lot left, huh? What size bottle was that?
It's a bomber, 22.
22. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm actually impressed because when I bought this, I was like, man, am I just wasting my money? These guys make all the grocery store beer, and it was a risky spend. Not bad. I would buy this product again, and I would share it with people. Only negative thing I have to say about this beer is the thin body and the loose mouthfeel on it. That's it. Other than that, barley wine aspect, English style to the T. It's good. That's pretty much it. You know, it's nice. It's malty, sweet. You get a slight hot bitterness at the end. Balances it out. Definitely bready. Lots of notes. Complex. I was surprised at how complex this beer was because I've been to their facility. It's not huge by any means. It's a pretty good sized place,
Sure.
but not bad. 10, like I said, 10.6. I can pour this up for you. It drinks so smooth. Drinkability's awesome on it. I'm gonna put this beer.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give it any points just because it's local, but I'm very impressed for local on this. So I'm gonna give this a 93. 93 out of 100. I think if I gave you guys this beer, you would enjoy it. You would just the mouthfeel and the light body would throw you off, but it's just such a good, easy, clean drinking beer. It's pretty. The lacing's good. It holds the head the whole time. What more do you want? And I don't know if they're independently craft owned. I don't see no stickers on here.
Maybe that was their intentions to make something complex, but not overly filling.
It was good. Like I said, I would buy it again. And I don't think it was overpriced per se. But right in the realm. I think I'd feel comfortable paying. I might have paid $15 for that.
That's not bad.
There, I got that. I got a farmhouse like a saison from them in a glass, and like what was it? I had like a $40 bill, and it went up to $80. I bought 2 beers in a glass. But they're big bottles.
Now, you know how old that was?
2019. Specifically when it was? No. Yeah,
Okay.
this is the older one.
Bongos.
You get a much better sound off your head, John.
That was bad.
Off his head. The headphones. Anyway, cheers, guys.
Cheers, miscellaneous.
Yeah, if you guys anybody ever makes it down here, we can check this place out.
It's happening.
What town is it?
Done.
He doesn't know what he's saying. Moving on.
Cheers, man. All right.
Florida.
Back to the two having the time of their life.
Hello.
Yeah. So we had the Super Fractal Julia Set Triple IPA 10.5% from Equilibrium Brewing Company out of their Middleton, New York facility. And I feel it's a 96 out of 100.
96. We both agree. We were talking about this off camera. It's a 96. It's got great fruit flavor. The guava comes through. Nice fruit notes. There's a little bit of a hot bitterness on the back end. There's a nice carbonation. The body is on the medium side. It's everything that you want with this type of beer. I think the guava really is what set it off for me. We had a couple beers earlier. You may see some reviews on Buffy's channel in the next week or two, or month or two, where we had some guava beers, and they were a little bit disappointing. This one did not disappoint with the guava flavors. The hops were there. The malt is there. It doesn't drink at all like a 10.5%, right? It definitely didn't drink like a 10.5%. So yeah, 96 out of 100 for the Equilibrium Super Fractal Julius Sexual IPA. Really good stuff, and we definitely recommend it. Equilibrium makes some awesome beers. I've had a few. Bumpy's had a few. Great brewery up here.
Well, out of New York.
Out of New York, but they distribute up here, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about it really, than other than we enjoyed the beer, and yeah, cheers.
Juicy, fruity goodness.
Juicy fruit.
Good balance, and yeah, well, ABV.
Word.
Yes.
To the mother.
Sounds good. Awesome, guys. Good duo review. All right.
Damn Skippy.
I was waiting for you guys to finish what you were saying. Sam Smalley had a question for us. He said, "What's a style you didn't like initially, but now love?" I'll let you guys.
IPA.
Before I do my IPA. Yeah.
I
I guess
IPAs.
Yeah.
I hated IPAs to start with. That's my answer. I was used to the West Coast super dank, resinous, grapefruit type of things, and then I got into the New England style, like what we're drinking tonight, a little bit juicy, fruity type of thing. So the first time I tried an IPA, I absolutely hated it because it was bitter, it was resinous, it was piney. But there's so much more to the style, and it's all about how you utilize your hops. So for me, IPAs, I fucking hate it. Excuse me. I hated IPAs.
You're good. We're well into the show.
And now I really enjoy them.
Yeah. I'm kind of the. All right, so this is kind of like a slice, but it's American adjunct lagers and American lagers.
There you go.
That was a style that I never really cared for back when I used to drink them just to get drunk because we're playing drinking games. We go through. I did the whole multi Monday thing, and yeah, and the malt liquors too.
Or they're adjunct lagers as well.
Yeah. So,
did you drink that tonight?
but going in, kind of like this is beer, and then learning like there's so many different styles of beer, and then coming to try to appreciate the differences in the styles. That's the thing, you can't put one style and pit it against another style if you're really trying to look for the best out of the best for that style, because they're so different. So I came to appreciate a lot of like the American adjunct lagers because it's like, oh yeah, there's supposed to be this corniness, this ricey cereal type grain. It's not supposed to be super flavorful and hoppy. It's crisp, it's light. It's what it's supposed to be. And then you get the craft breweries putting out some of the American lagers. They're not even adjunct ones. It's like the pre-prohibition stuff. And it's flavorful. It's hoppy. It's almost Germanic, like it's full of the kind of breadiness and just some hoppy flavors to it, and it's still light and crisp and just enjoyable. So I would say those styles, the American adjunct lager and the American lager, it's something that I used to not appreciate, but I am learning to appreciate a lot more.
Now, the lagers that we know today, Miller Lite, Coors Light, like they were German immigrants or whatever. It's Adolf Coors, Frederick Miller, Adolphus Busch, I think. And those were all immigrants that came over here, and they wanted a light, crushable beer that would appeal to many people that they can sell a shit ton of at a bar.
That was
That's-
also cheaper to produce
Mhm.
because
Exactly.
corn and rice was.
Produced, and people would buy
What,
shit
dude?
out of them and drink a bunch
Corn
of them. And
was
that's kind of what their intentions were when they came over from Germany, and they, that's what they wanted to do. And of course, now it's owned by giant, big corporations, but all those companies, they were started by German immigrants that came over here, and they wanted to just have the perfect golden beer,
Right. Yeah.
What about you, Miscellaneous? Before I say my rating, what about you?
Mine would be the wild fermented. So, saisons. There's a lot that falls into that category. American wild ales. All just tons, just spontaneous fermentation beers. It took me a while to grasp that palate wise, and they're not all the same. And it's a very wide spectrum of beer. Once you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get this, and the last one I had was great. Well, every one of those things tastes fucking different. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe if you get them through the same brewery and they have like a 3-set series or something, you might get similar flavor notes. But it's a roll of the dice with those. That's how I feel. Whoa, it's a moth in here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a style that I really, really had to adjust to. Stouts and stuff like that were like a walk in the park. IPAs were, I don't know. It depends on the IPAs for me depends on the day.
True.
Sure.
West Coast, East Coast, New England. Shit, I've even had this thing they call it's a Southwest IPA.
Southwest,
which is different.
Yeah.
Had it from a grocery store beer from Terrapin. They're Senior Crunkles. Oh boy, you're feeding them liquor now? You couldn't wait till we were done?
Whoa. Objection, hearsay. What are we talking about?
Right. Cheers, bro. So for me, it was definitely I was gonna say at first wheat beer, but it definitely was IPA was one of the first ones that I was always kind of afraid to try. It was kind of like me with the goat's cheese on Beer Man Show. I was like very afraid to try the goat's cheese because I didn't know what to expect. And I heard things like gamey and stuff like that. What's that?
Sometimes you can taste the goat.
Yeah, and I heard stuff like that. I was super afraid to try it because I didn't know what they expected.
Saisons are the same.
Sometimes Tom Brady.
That was like the IPAs when people would say, "Oh, it's bitter," and I was like, "Oh, bitter. I don't like that," blah blah blah. So that's why I was kind of afraid to try the IPAs. But wheat beers in general, I just didn't really enjoy. And then I tried some other wheat beers, and I was like, "Okay, wheat beers are really good." I think probably the first one I had was probably Blue Moon. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, and I was like, "Oh, I don't like wheat beers." And then I tried ones from other breweries, and I was like, "Oh, they're actually pretty good. I don't mind them. Crushable, Rating for the beer, I'm going to give this beer I want to give it a 94. With that being said, I do agree with Miscellaneous that it is kind of all over the place, but I do like the fact that it literally tastes like juice. It tastes like juice, super crushable, drinkable for what it is. There's a little bit of a hoppy, grassy, hop flavor to it, but it's not necessarily bitter, and it just makes it very chuggable, easy drinking. It's not a bad beer. A little bit spendy for what it is, and you kind of think that it would be a different style. But yeah, like I said, I'd buy singles in the future. I wouldn't necessarily buy a whole 4-pack again, but I wouldn't mind drinking this beer. But yeah, so we'll do shout outs, but we go over the chat really quick. Josh said, John. Oh, how did John get on panel?
Cost him $1.
Bumpy. I'm Bumpy's plus one.
We had FLX had a question, so I'm going to interpret
He's a bumpy buddy.
Shout outs. I think he reworded it. Let's go to what he reworded. Sam Smalley said, today is for Bumpy and John. Who is the man in your relationship? shit. So I believe this is Dan, because usually when Mike pops up, he's under Mike or Mike. What's his last name?
I guess I would be the man.
He made me.
I gave him 2.5 pounds of meat.
He did. He gave me his 2.5 pound tomahawk ribeye right in my
Steak?
face.
Oh my gosh!
I
All right.
love
This is a family-friendly show, guys. No.
Not anymore.
Well, don't
Done
those
that,
questions.
Dick,
Don't
that
those
could-
controversial
John's
questions
that bumpy,
up on the
This
live
guy done
stream
drinking
if you
liquor.
don't
What do
want
you think
if you don't
this is
want
gonna be?
answers.
Oh yeah, I know. We better wrap
Walking
this up
apart?
soon. We better wrap this up
Not
soon.
for the
All right,
count-
so
yeah, for your
Dan
own.
had a question. This is cool, guys. Thank you, Sam and FLX Beer Reviews for throwing up the questions to the panel. FLX said that came off wrong. What barley wine? And then you had to have. Wait.
Would you have it fresh or aged?
I would
Okay. All right.
always
I get
aged
what you're
for
saying.
me. Always aged
I get what you're
because
saying.
so barley wines it's a wonderful style. You drink
Depends.
barley wine fresh.
Is it
and
English or is it the bastardized
It
American
doesn't-
version?
So most barley wines are going to have a significant
see
hop
that.
presence, whether it's an English style barley wine or an American or whatever. You're going to have a significant hop presence. So if you want a super hoppy type beer, then yeah, go for it fresh. We actually have one later tonight. We'll probably review, and this is actually because of Miscellaneous. I was watching your comparison between the Bigfoot and the Nemesis year aged. I brought over a 14-month-old Founders Nemesis barley wine, and we're going to review it later tonight on one of our channels.
It's a good beer, dude.
And I was
You gotta
a
sit on it for a
fan.
long time.
I
but
was a
it's
fan
good.
of the barley wine when it first came out. I drank it fresh. I don't think I actually reviewed it on my channel because I was hanging out with you guys off air, and your bad influences on me. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so we're gonna review a 14-month-old Founders Bottle Shop Series Nemesis, and I feel like it's going to be really, really good. So my answer to that would be never drink a barley wine fresh unless you want an IPA type experience. Age it, and you get a beautiful, complex. So my answer would be to age it. To never drink it fresh. You're going to get a much better product. With that type of style, it's meant to be aged, and unless you want a hop bomb, then don't drink it fresh. So I think
A lot of West Coast IPA drinkers might want it fresh, if they want that.
They may, and I've had both, but I don't particularly care for a fresh barley wine.
I think I'm in the same boat as you, John. I would agree with
I
that.
like the way that they age well.
And I'll answer the other portion of that question from Dan. I'm assuming because Michael usually comes up with a different avatar.
Yeah, it usually comes up with
My
a name.
favorite barley wine that I've ever had is actually an American barley wine. They don't make it anymore, and this has kind of gone downhill over the years. But from Clown Shoes, my favorite barley wine I've ever had was Crunkle Sam.
This guy here doesn't like
good.
it.
That's good beer.
But we're talking about Clown Shoes.
I
I think
Miscellaneous
it's
2019 or 2020 version.
Well,
The only reason I tried that beer is because Bumpy said it was good.
I'm not saying they have. I don't know enough about Clown Shoes to make a judgment here nor there, but I have heard Miscellaneous destroy Clown Shoes on someone.
That's a good beer, though. They do make some good beers.
Right.
I used to really like their stuff, and then you guys started to shit on them.
We started to.
I didn't do anything.
I used to really like it, and then you guys shit all over it. All right,
I mean, keep liking it. Fuck.
Hey,
I bought their
your
Christmas
power.
pack. Their Christmas pack wasn't bad.
Varieties.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a Clown Shoes beer, so I have no room to speak. I find it interesting.
Tanner
We'll
had
have
their
to send you
Christmas
to
pack.
give you the right
1
stuff.
year later.
1 year later.
So barley wine's for me in that thought. I actually did do it on my show. I had the Nemesis and the Bigfoot, and I ran them.
Yes, and
They
that's
were a year about. I think
that
the
is the
one was
reason. Everybody,
just
that's
under
why.
a
Yeah,
year old.
that is the
But,
reason that I picked
see,
up
Those
Nemesis
those
again,
beers totally
because
flip
of your
flop.
review of it.
When I had Sierra Nevada, the 2020 Bigfoot, was it 2020 or 2021? It was because they always come out the year before. They say it's the 2020 version, but it's like released on like December 16th. They do it almost every year. But I had that fresh. Thought it was a very good product from Sierra Nevada. Then I had the Founder's Nemesis. 2 weeks in the bottle. Me and Bumpy had the same bottle date. We both drank it. Said that was the most god awful bitter fucking beer I've ever had in my life.
It was very bitter.
Very, very bitter. Wow. Just like, who the fuck would want to drink that? You know, just thoughts run through my
Oh my god!
I
Wow.
gotta go get it. I got a place where I can get those. But after a year, I ran them against each other, and I did the Bigfoot against the Nemesis. Fresh Bigfoot won. Year later, Nemesis won. And that's how it went for me. It depends, man. The Nemesis, which was a much larger ABV beer, I believe the Bigfoot was only like 9.6. Was on the pretty low scale for your standard barley wines that you get. And I've had beers. See, the barley wine category is crazy because they have these barrel-aged IPAs, which they hold up for a substantial amount of time. Like I did that Clown Shoes that was Origin Story series, and it was their barrel-aged IPA. It came off to me more like barley wine. I just felt like it was a mislabeled beer because they do barrel-aged IPAs, and some of them do hold up, and you can get a nice finished product. But yeah, it's all over the place. You know, barley wines, they're great. Wheat wines, if you see one, pick it up. I'm a big fan of the wheat wines, dude.
The one we had from Smoney Nose.
Oh yeah,
the 2018 Bourbon County, dude.
7. Was it 7?
The yellow label Bourbon County
5,
from
maybe
2018. That wheat wine.
We reviewed it. It was on my
absolutely
we did an examination of it.
Whatever, Josh. There's video on the
other one, like the Bourbon County wheat wine 2018, the yellow label. That was amazing.
Yeah,
I think Miscellaneous had that one.
Out of this world.
Yeah. A little bumpy,
but they're aged. It just depends, in my opinion, on what you like. You know, English style is going to go nowhere but up. I think when you age it, when you start doing some of these hoppy Americans, you're kind of in the gray territory. I feel like it's more of a roll of the dice.
Extraterrestrial gray.
It depends what state you're in. New Mexico, Arizona.
Those grays do some mean things to you.
West Virginia.
That's just family.
Moving on.
All right.
Cheers, Josh.
Okay.
Yeah, I like their space cake and stuff.
You pick and choose, man, with that company.
Yeah.
And
they did pineapple space.
I don't try to do slam videos, but I got burnt. They're like Duclaw to me. Like I know what I like, like style wise, and I'll gravitate towards that. Yeah. The thing with Clown Shoes, they sell those 19.2s in there.
I've never seen those.
They sell these big cans.
Yeah, I've never seen those.
And
the cans. The single cans.
It's hard to keep your eyes.
It's like between $12 to $15 a can, and you're talking about a 10.5% beer here. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Yeah, like
and then I have the beer, and I'm disappointed afterwards.
They did a barrel-aged pumpkin beer, and it was like $20-something, and it was like a stovepipe can or whatever.
They do like the sombrero. They do the pumpkin sombrero thing.
Yeah, but it's like barrel aged or something, and it's like $20-something.
Gordo. They had one called Gordo, was a pumpkin age.
If there's one beer that, if no offense, because
Uncle
I've had some
Sam,
that I do enjoy.
American Kolsch, their mango Kolsch is fire. The Zen Garden is good.
I don't know how you guys feel about this statement, but I will never pay $20-something for a bomber that has pumpkin in it, because that pumpkin could be god awful or it could be good. Because I've had some decent pumpkin beers, and I've had some pumpkin beers that were just literally
When's the last time you've seen a pumpkin beer in a bomber?
probably in October, Halloween.
Well, you start seeing them in August.
True. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, true.
But I mean, like, I didn't see a lot of, like, Christmas is usually the big bomber they did, and our Christmas beer series sucked this year where I was
You guys want to go for shout outs?
Okay. Why not? Thursday night beer session on my channel, Miscellaneous Brew Reviews. We're doing a power hour by popular request from the chat.
All right.
And I've got it figured out. We won't get blocked by the YouTube police. I've revised my methods, and everything's going to be copacetic. You can join the panel, or you can join in the chat. Commerce Ozzy was one of the ones pushing for it, so I said, fuck it, why not? Expect to see you guys there. Other than that, Beer Man, Beer and Cheese is open table. Bring any beer, any cheese.
Nice.
I think that's it. Let's go ahead and shout out Eric for Wildcard Wednesday as well. That'll be at 7:30 Wednesday. Bring any kind of alcoholic product, adult beverage, malt liquor, spirit. You can even bring a wine cooler or a seltzer if you wanted to. Ooh-wee. So everything flies over there, except you just can't be a douche.
Yeah.
That's it. Pretty clean, simple.
Ding ding
Cheers,
dong.
guys. And go check out Sam on Instagram at Short and Stouts, posting beer shit all the time. You almost keep up with like Raggy from the UK, dude. This guy posts so much beer too. Like, there's
I gotta get better with my I used to really like doing that. I used to really like taking pictures, like especially my whiskey, you know. I used to like taking different pictures of bottles that I got. I gotta get back into Instagram. I do like doing Instagram. It's just fun to do the photos and stuff. You get some good traffic from it, so not bad. But yeah, cheers, Miscellaneous. Awesome, brother.
chats.
Brother.
I had a pretty funny joke on that, but I won't say it because it wouldn't come off that funny. Because it wasn't true, and it would just make me look horrible. But no, because of FLX there, Dan's saying that he doesn't like the fall season, the pumpkin beers. Oh, buddy, giving me an idea. I'll have to get you some pumpkin brews from New Hampshire.
Shipyard?
Oh, not Shipyard. No, that's Shityard.
Southern Tier.
No harpoon.
Oh, no. We got some good ones. We got Gordy
What
ones.
about
We have Gordy ones. They actually taste like
Pumpkin.
pumpkin, and they're not super just like pumpkin pie. Like there are
Sweet
some
and
spices,
gritty.
but it's more Gordy.
I feel
Yeah.
Gordy right now.
Yeah, some Gordy. You look Gordy. I mean, Gordy, yes, gorgeous. Yeah, there you
You're gorgeous.
go. Right.
Oh, what's going on over there, bro? I'm gonna mute.
Pumpkins. But let's go with some promos and then shout outs.
Sure. Go ahead.
I'll start. And 50-point inspection videos. I put them on Wednesdays and Fridays. So just look forward to those if you like watching them. If not, then don't look forward to it, I guess, right? But those are my inspection videos. It's just done up 50-point inspection because it's a different way of giving out a score to the beers, which scores don't really matter all that much. It's just as much like as if it sounds like something that you're going to enjoy, hey, go try it. whether or not it scores high or not, because not everybody's palate's the same. Monday night, I have a live stream. It's on my channel. It's Bumpy Road Brewery. It's been so long since I brewed. I should almost knock off the brewery part of that, but I'll have to get back to it because the wife was actually angry at me earlier this week. She said, "You ever gonna brew again?" I said, "Probably at some point, maybe." She says, "Well, it'd be such a shame because you have all that equipment." I said, "Yeah, I'll probably brew again." But anyways, yeah, my live stream on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's called New Brew and Bongos. Bring a beer that you've never had before. Join up on panel and yeah, bring questions as well. So panel members bring questions. People in the chat throw out questions. Your question may end up as part of the show because that is a portion of the show. It's for the panel members to answer a question or two, other than the free for all. John Go Bongo.
I got nothing. South Sunday. Whenever I get to it, we got the evening edition at 7:30. I don't. Whatever. I do what I do when I can do it. Other than that, I got no promises, no guarantees. I'm sorry. I apologize to all my viewers out there. I had a consistent channel where I was doing consistent shows, but I have a busy life, a lot going on right now, and I'm doing the best that I can. And just, look out for reviews and the occasional South Sunday evening edition and Beer Buddies maybe at some point. But other than that, don't get your hopes up. I don't want to promise anything that I can't deliver because most of the stuff that it happens when it happens. And I love all you guys. I appreciate your continued support. I'm sorry I haven't been more consistent with my channel lately, but I promise I will get back to all of your comments and everything in the very near future. And I love everyone that supports my channel and Miscellaneous. I see what you're doing. So, whatever. Go fuck yourself. I love all you guys.
All right.
All right, cheers, guys. Definitely enjoyed the duo review tonight.
Bongo, baby.
All right, before I do my shout outs, let's acknowledge the people.
Before we do Tanner shout outs, everybody buckle in. We're gonna shout out everybody on YouTube.
We're gonna acknowledge the chat. Sam Smalley, thanks for being here, man. Josh, last beer, as always. Thanks for popping in. Dan, FLX Beer Reviews, and Mike. I'm sure this is Dan because usually Mike comes up as Mike. Beer Man, cheers to you, Beer Man. What else do we have in here? John Womack. Apparently, he's a good boy.
He's pooping.
Cheryl Crawford, continued supporter. Cheers, Cheryl. Thanks for stopping by. Who else do we have in here? I think that's it for the chatters. Thank you to the panel. Well, let me take this comment down. All right. Thank you to the panel. Miscellaneous Beer Reviews, as always. Thanks for being here, man. Bumpy and John tonight. Awesome. Love to see a duo review. So shout outs for me. Next Wednesday, we'll be doing Will It Mix. Bring any type of alcoholic beverage that you want to mix with whatever else. You could also do a cuvee of beers and pretty much just open panel, live bar style, hang out, make cocktails, have a good time. And then Saturday, we do Rate That Beer, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, check out my reviews. I do reviews on all different types of liquor, beer, and malt beverages. Roman Reigns, acknowledge me. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe you guys know.
Is that who collab with that beer?
I don't know.
That you have?
Ronan Lindham.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Beer Man. Appreciate that. Shout outs for other people. All right, so we will shout out Josh Last Beer. He does his beer bowl discussions every Sunday, 8 p.m. He starts off with a little beer review, and then he opens up the panel and talks about different beer topics. Does a beer review, and sometimes he brings the bowl, but he does have a beer bowl that he likes to bring on the show. And yes, it is a beer bowl. It's not a cereal bowl. Also, I'll shout out I Like Your Style with Beer Man. What is his show again?
I hate to say it, that's why I didn't do it because I spaced out.
Sesame Street.
There we go.
Yeah, Sesame Street, which is pretty good because I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can go off of. You know, there's a lot of different characters.
I'm
on
terrible about what I can either remember one or the other, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, bring a Sesame Street beer themed beer. Then I'll shout out Drunken One. He's been making new videos. So cheers to him. Go check him out. And yeah, thank you guys. Smoky Chunks. Shout out to Smoky Chunks. All right. Awesome. Great show tonight, guys. I do appreciate you guys hopping on here, doing a beer review, and just hanging out, answering some questions from the chat. As always, great time. And we're going to sign off out of here, and we'll probably have another beer and hang out for a little bit. So cheers, guys. Have a good night, everyone.
Cheers.